Martial ambush. The Ruy López looks so polite. Pawn to e4, pawn to e5. Knights develop, bishop to b5, castle, rook to e1. All calm, all classical. White plays pawn to c3, dreaming of a quiet center, and that's when we strike. Pawn to d5, the martial attack. We sacrifice a pawn to rip open lines. Our pieces flood the board. Queen to h4, rook to e8, rook from the a file to e8. This is not a sideline. It's a weapon. Learn the ideas once, and you'll punish anyone who thinks they're safe after pawn to c3. Here is a brilliant trap in the martial attack. White begins with pawn to e4. We answer with pawn to e5. Their knight leaps forward. We defend with our knight, and soon the bishop slides to b5. The Ruy López begins. We push pawn to a6, chasing the bishop back. Our knight steps to f6, testing White's center. They castle, but we strike back with pawn to b5 and bishop to e7. Both armies prepare. White lifts their rook to e1. We castle into safety. Then comes pawn to c3, but this is where the storm begins. Our pawn charges to d5, smashing open the center. White captures, but our knight dives forward with fury. The trades begin. Knights fall, the rook strikes, we counter, and soon the board trembles. White pushes pawn to d4, we answer with bishop to d6. Their rook slides back. And here comes our queen, landing on h4. Suddenly, danger fills the air. White pushes pawn to g3, but it only fuels our attack. Our queen drifts to h3, staring into the heart of the enemy king. The pressure mounts. White tries queen to f3, then queen to g2, but we are relentless. Our rook joins the fray, rising to e8. White desperately exchanges, but the trap is already closing. They push pawn to f3, we strike. Rook to e1. The king is forced forward. And now, the final blow. Our bishop descends to h3, and the white king is trapped in a deadly net. This is the martial gambit, where we sacrifice and we conquer. Hungry for more surprises? Tap the link above and uncover deadly traps and brilliant tricks in the martial attack and the Ruy López.